Hey traders, it's Steve from Second Index Trading Room. I hope we find you happy, healthy, safe, prosperous, living the dream, as we say in the room. I've taken some time. I decided I wanted to become a winning trader so I could have time in my life. Some of you know my story, which is not important, um, but I was a teaching golf professional, actually a golf professional for 35 plus years. I taught at a very high level. I have coached. I've been a performance coach for some really high performing people. And I do that in our trading room, performance coach for our members, because performance and decision making is not the main thing in trading, it's the only thing. So I'm going to share with you market mapping magic, and I wish that were true. I wish it were magic. I wish I knew something that other people didn't know, but I don't. I'm just going to show you some things that we use in a room, and some of our members can take advantage and some can't. I have no idea if you're experienced and proficient enough trader that you can take this information and become a winning trader. My belief is that you can, uh, but and then I'll show you how we fold all this together, how we worked Friday. I'm going to show you little bits and pieces of 3 days. Let's make this legal. Please read this and then come and join us. If you want more detail, go to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and then our YouTube channel, Stuck Index Trading Room, and you're going to find all kinds of information that you can say, okay, hey, looks pretty good. Now, I'm going to show you this, and you're going to, what is this? And this is what Rob has named Ultra Map, and I agree, it is amazing. Now we look up, down, left, and right, and we join periods. And I could go an hour and teach you how to read this map, or I can just show you the basics, show you how it works. And we do this in the room continuously throughout the time that I'm in the room. And we have the market set up for our members long before it opens, long before the market opens. Okay. So a period is the first 30-minute period, 9:30 to 10 o'clock East Coast time. We're on the East Coast in the United States. 10:30 is the period between 10 and 10:30. Once 10:30 strikes, this 30-minute bar is printed, and we just label those A, B, C, D, E, F, G throughout the day. For our international friends, are going backwards, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we open, we gain tremendous insight off of this. So what I'm going to do right quick, this is a 10-minute bar chart. I don't trade this, but it's just a visual representation of how we can see the periods as the market responds to the information I'm going to show you. And I think as I show a couple of days, you're going to say, well, Steve, I disagree. It is magic. And it seems like that a lot of the times, especially when the market is engaged. It's a lot of fun to use and to be on the right side of market movement and to know that way before it happens. So trading in the future, yeah, without a doubt. So what we have here, if you want more information, go to our website, secondindextradingroom.com. If you want to join us, jump on board with us. We do this every day. And then we have other things we do that you are aware of from our work. If you have questions or comments, need more information, stuckindextradingroom@gmail.com. And so what we have, and I've just made notes on this chart, and then I'll show you the map where we derived that from for a couple of days. Some real powerful, I'll use the adjective powerful, impactful ideas to trade. And we're talking about this in the room, and some of our members are benefiting from this on a daily basis. So anyway, so what we're going to look at, a period, okay, and that's this shadow box right here. These 3, 1, 2, 3 bars are a period, okay. Our map says we're going to trade away from, and now you could say -4 will not be the second extreme of all of that. That's all continue. We're going to trade away from -4 at 80%. Okay. Now I have 2 pink lines here that represent -4. We actually opened below it and took it out up. And in 4.5 months or so, I don't ever remember this happening. Okay. So I was leery, but once we started going away from -4, it's like, okay, we're going to trade away from -4. And we have a super map that says we're going to take out all of the stuff, which we did. So once it started and got above this, it was pretty easy to trade it that way. We also have D period, which is this shadow box right here, is going to trade away from -1 at 80%. Well, what does that look like, Steve? Well, here's -1. D period, here's C period. D period started breaking down, and you'll see some arrows we put on our chart to trade that. Okay. Now, here's the second thing we're going to look at today. K period is the second extreme of IJK, I through K, at 90%. Okay, what does that mean? That means K is either going to be a new high or a new low from I at 90%. Well, if we have I and J, this period takes out I up, K is going to be above I and J. So once we take this out, we're confident not only are we going to continue up, but that K is going to take out whatever high J makes long before it makes it. Way before we get this period done, finished, kaput, we're expecting the market to continue up, which of course it did. Okay. Now, where do we get this? Okay. A period is represented by this X blank box. We just take A period and come straight down. We're going to go left until we find -2s or -1s. And we see one at -4. All right. So the market's going to trade away from this at 80%. Now, like I said, we were below it and we took it out up, and that's unusual, but we're flexible in the room. Okay. We listen to the market rather than tell the market what it's supposed to do. Okay. We have D period trading away from -1 at 80%. Okay. D period, 20% to trade into or take out, 80% not to. Okay. And then we look, and let's look for extended green boxes with high numbers. We come to IJK. Have a very good friend from Cape Town, a member that's becoming very successful in our room, that he said, Steve, you've been teaching this HIJK walk, and I thought I knew. I've been doing this for 25 years. I thought I knew everything about the markets, and I'd never heard that. And I said, well, that's not true. And now it's about all I trade. IJK, see, we go from I to K at 90%, 90, 90, 90. Well, this said I's going to be on one end, J's going to be in the middle, and K's going to be on the other end at 90%. So what does that look like? I, J, K. Okay. D away from -1, we get below it, try to take it out, try to take it out, try to take it out, and we can't. So A away from -4, we were under, took it out. I declared this in the room. I said, team, this just looks real trappy, and I don't trust it. And I'll tell you something we did. I'll show you our room chart from Friday. And this is how we trade that, okay? So here's A period. There's a lot of stuff on our chart here, right? Here's A period. Here's our red line. Okay, we were below it, took it out, and took off. Well, we're going to trade away from -4. We can take our chart and find -4. It was a tiny period here. We're going to trade away from -4. And so once we break up, we're looking at, there are a lot of factors that you could use in here. Just structure, our structure reference is saying up. You know, we're getting higher highs, higher lows. We're getting great signals, great trapping signals in here to continue up, But this is just sort of our bread and butter signal that we've used since day one in the room. We have members that have reported making thousands of points off this one signal right here. it's a type 2 on smart momentum. It's a green bar below. But anyway, that's our first great signal. We were looking up and it went up. Now, again, I was saying that, and Harima said, this is just looks trappy to me. And that's not important other than helping guide us. Here is the second arrow that we put on the chart. I put this on. We really like this geometric pattern that repeats. Okay, we have geometric patterns that repeat, but we put an arrow there. And just Elliott Wave stuff says we're going to come back to our red line down in here. Elliott Wave stuff says we have a high probability of 67.75, which of course, we took out with no problem. So just basically it goes down and tries to fight a little bit. All of this is saying we're not going up. This is saying we're starting down again. If you got in and needed to get in again, here's an entry, our popsicle entry. You can search YouTube for popsicles. My 4-year-old granddaughter said, "Granddad, look at all those popsicles." And I said, "Where?" And she pointed to that. It turns out that's an amazing continuation entry signal. So, but we had this error on the chart. We had that error on the chart. We had this error on the chart, and away we go. Okay. I'm going to move this. This is that's stuff that I do throughout the day. When I find support and resistance or key levels, I'll mark those and we'll trade away from those. This is a pivot retag with a trader trap rocket. That is our #1 reversing signal. And of course, in this case, what? It's not a reversal. It's reversing this move to continue down, right? And since we have a high probability that once we take this out, we're going to continue down, that was an easy trade. And here's a red above. Here's a brilliant signal. That's a different story though. We had an ABCD up with a double lead out. I was teaching this, and of course, it wasn't very good. I only went up like 4 points or so before it reversed against it. And then our maps are saying, let's continue to look down. And we actually had a mark on this. This is the same signal as this. It's a single engulfing bar, double breakout with needle bar confirmation. This is a brilliant geometric pattern price signal. Now, for a lot of traders, it was unfortunate that it, gapped down and came back up before it took off again, okay? And there's that continued movement on down. Now, the last thing we had is IJK, right? Let's look and make sure. And we're almost through. Yeah, IJK. We're almost through with the whole video. I'm going to show you, a couple more 1 point. So we're looking, here's I, so we're looking for IJK to be in a 3-bar, either up or down. At this point, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, we don't see all of that. We're not sure should sell that. And we may have. And it went 3 or 4 points and then reversed. But once J comes down and takes out I, then we know that K is going to be up in here. So we're trading the long side from anywhere in here all the way up there, which is, 10, 12, 15 points, something like that. So that's what the room chart looked like on Friday. Now, let me go through this quick. You can review the recording if you want. Let's look at Thursday. We see A's going to trade away from -4 at 80%. Now, you go, well, that was Friday too. I'm going to do that all the time. There's always a period over here that we tend to work away from. It's not always -4, so be careful with overgeneralization of things. But A's going to trade away from -4 at 80%. F is the second extreme of D, E, F. I'll show you. We showed you on the other map. And then we have K is the second extreme of HIJK at 100%. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. This is probably a little easier spot. So, I forget. Have you ever forgotten? A for -4. A for -4. We said it's -2. Remember, we said that for Friday. We go over and we find our -2 or -1. -2 is good enough. So we like the market to trade away from -4. And hopefully the market is close enough or even inside that it leaves one way or the other. Okay. And so now let's look for our solid green all the way through. We've got FG, that's not true. DEF, I'm sorry, DEF, DEF. F's 90%. I like it better when it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, I like sure things in my trading, but 90% is good enough. So we look for DEF and we anticipate F to be either above or below D. And then we go over here and we get a gift. One day we had 8 of these and the market just ground the whole afternoon. It just went up about 35 or 40 points. And this map called it hours or days in advance. Okay. So I, J, K, L. L is going to be either above or below I at 100%. That's what this is saying. Nothing is 100%. This is not a crystal ball, although boy, it sure looks like it. So K is the second extreme. K is up here. The top of K is right here. H is right here, 100%, H, I, J, K. So we didn't have anybody in the room that was using the maps on Thursday that didn't look for that type of 30-point move up through the afternoon. Okay, nobody. So here's -4. A probes, and then takes off. F is the second extreme of D, E, F. Well, there's a nice winner. And then K, H to K is 100%. And our members knew that before the market opened. Now that seems, you may say, well, that's not possible. See, I understand. That's what I said for months as I watched this, and then it was like, are you kidding me? Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to show this. I want to show you, this is an additional feature that we use in the room. So here we have a period. You're familiar with that. We go over and we go, oh no, it's all the way to -8 before we get a 20% or less to trade into. So what do? We look and we trade away from -8. That's just what it is. We don't make stuff up. Oh, well, I'm going to make something up because it may or may not be applicable. Okay. We don't do that. But here we have a situation. We're going to look down this time. We've showed you how we looked left. We showed you how we looked right. I'm going to show you how we look down. Okay. Now, in this scenario, I'm going to look at these 10% and 0% as either super duper strong support or resistance for the day. So we have B period that is 80% to trade away for -1. And then the rest of the day, we're trading away from -1. Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We're not trading through -1. That would be a better way to put it. Okay, better way to put it would be we're not trading through. We love it when the market goes into it and then reverses out. We absolutely love it. So what we're looking for in this scenario is that we're going to identify -1, either high or low, and we're going to watch the market. Now in the room, we watch the market. We don't demand that it does something. So I brought over a really simple chart here. And this is that Wednesday, and this is -1. I've got the bottom of -1 tagged here. And so the blue line of market opens and we head down, we head back up, and from a wave count, we're still in the down, we're still downward. But here's -1. So we go up, 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 bam. Try to take it out, try to take it out, try to take it out. In the room, we teach third time's a charm. If the third attempt to take a key level out can't, it typically does this. And you can do that with any key level that is truly a key level. Now, not all levels that the gurus out there say are important are, and you know that. You know that. But I've got this yellow line on this chart and I'm watching it, whatever. Does that mean that we get structure break here? We have structure reference, we get structure break here, that we're not going to trade this TTO trap? No, that doesn't mean that. Why? Because we're a long ways away from resistance. We're down in here. We're a long ways away from resistance. We're expecting the market to come up here, maybe, hopefully, and move away. Now, you look at this and we're talking 30, 40 point structure. And most traders can never get their head wrapped around trading a market for a 30 or 40 point structure. I'm not saying 30 or 40 point move. I'm just saying we identify where the edges in the market are incredibly accurately, and then we trade from that. So we're looking for the market to either take this out and go strong up or not take it out and go down. So here we get close. Oh, they fade it and take it down. Are they going to try again? Okay. Take it out. Are they going to try again? Yeah, probably. Oh, no. Third time. They can't take it out on the third time. This is our patented TTO 4-tick fake out breakout trap on Trap Trader Oscillator. And this is the entry we would have taken. Here's another one. And I don't have Trap Trader Oscillator on here, but we try to take this out, can't try to take it out, can't try to take it out. So here's resistance on the map. Here's an entry that's I don't know, 8, 10 ticks away, looking to take this out, looking to take 21 out, which of course it does. Now, we talk about this stuff in the room. Here we go, 14, way more. We talk about this stuff in the room, and I teach this in the room. This is what we're doing in the room. Now, what I'm not doing is I'm not trading your account. You saw the errors that we had on Friday. I'm not trading your account. Here's why people ask, are you going to call out every entry and this and that and the other and whatever? Yeah, the ones that have a 300% profit probability, geometric patterns that have 300% profit probability and a track record, we mark. Now, the thing about geometric patterns, we've been following things for 7 or 8 years. And we know the percentage 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago hasn't changed. Okay, it hasn't changed. We may get a signal today. I'm doing this Monday morning before the market opens. We may get a signal today and it never work again. 90% never ever work again for the rest of our lives. We may get a signal that never fails again. But what we have experienced in our trading is an 80% signal that tests 3 points at 80% and 320% reward to risk. It continues to do that given a sample size large enough to create that. It continues to perform that way. We trade in the room as if the future is going to be more like the past rather than less like the past. So we take our maps and say, hey, we're going to go away from this. We're going to go away from this, away from this, away from this. And we look for our high probability sell signals in here. And we work with the map. And it's working out really, really well for us. So here's what I believe. Here's where I'm different than every other service. Probably my members tell me I've been in 3 rooms. Rob said he's been in 2. His and mine. I've been in 3. One before that traded 5-minute bars with some key levels, and then Rob's room and my room. Here's what I believe that other services don't believe. I believe you can learn to be a winning trader. Other services don't, because they tell you where to enter and where to get out, what stop you have to do this and you have to do that. And the reason they do that is if they teach there's flexibility within this, then you might not have to buy their stuff. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to convince you to come to the room, okay? I'm a retired golf professional that learned how to trade and teach trading patterns, structure principles, market conditions, price action, trend, momentum, targeting. We teach all of those things in the room. If you look at our videos and you go, wow, that looks great, I think I'll come and give it a shot. Come on, we'd love to have you. If you look at it and go, I don't get it, but I want to get it, come on, we'll teach you. If you look at it and go, yeah, maybe, but I don't, whatever, don't come. This is not for you. I can show you patterns that we use in the room. Well, like this pattern. We've been doing this for 6 years. This first signal on Friday, this pattern right here. You look at that, if I can tell you that's 85% probable for 2, 74% for 5, for 6.5 years. You can go, well, I don't know that I want to trade. And that's great. Don't come join us. Save your money. Save your money. Save your time. Okay. This won't work. Okay. If you look at this and we show this and we talk about this being an extended fifth retrace, and we're going to retrace from here to here, and we show you that we had 5 of these trades last week that we had extended fifth, and that's a lot, that were 20, 25 point moves. Okay. We show you that and you go, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Great. Don't save your time, save your money. Okay. This is not for you. Okay. But if you look at these patterns and you realize Rob Mitchell's World Cup trading champion, and you look at this pattern, you go green, red, green, and we've got a TTO dot here and a TTO dot here. Price is stagnant. Order flow is screaming up. We get this thing we call a lead out. Needle bars are starting to run up. If you see that and you realize, yeah, this may be only going 5 or 10 points. Okay. It may be only going 5 or 10 points. You might not want to trade that. You might not want to trade against it. And then you come over here to this pattern and you go, I see the same pattern, ... market's going sideways. Order flow's going down. We mark this in the room for our members. And we're going to take this low out, which we did. Yeah, that's what we do. Okay. And if that makes sense to you, or you want it to make sense, you say, I've never been able to do this, but I want to learn to do this. Come, we'll teach you. We'll spend some time and we'll teach you. We go through this every day. But don't, if you look at what we have and go, well, I'm not sure and I don't know, and don't come, please. Just save your time, save your money. And we'll work with the people that look at this and go, wow, I want to be a part of this. So, in the future, we're going to, I'm off of my spring break vacation it's going to be a couple of weeks. It lasted about 2.5 months. I've really enjoyed my time. But it's time. We have a lot to share and a lot of people to help, and that's our goal and that's our mission. And like I said, if you look at this and go, wow, I want to learn how to do this, come join us. We'll make sure you know how to do it. And we'll even train you how to reprogram your thought process from a performance coach standpoint that will let you win on an ongoing basis. So this is a long video, and I know that. And but we've covered some important topics. And if it makes sense, come and join us. If it doesn't, we wish you the best in your trading. Whatever you decide you want, however you decide you want to approach the market. So on behalf of World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell, all the members, many master trader members of the Stock Index Trading Room, I'm Steve signing off, wishing you nothing but the best in your trading.